I told you that almost everything you've been taught about getting a girl's attention is wrong? You've been told to be persistent, to text her good morning so she knows she's the first thing on your mind, to shower her with compliments, to be available whenever she calls, to make it clear that your world revolves around her. You've been told to be the nice guy. But let me ask you a question. How has that been working out for you? If you're here, watching this, I'm willing to bet you already know the answer. You find yourself left on read, stuck in the friend zone, or worse, ghosted completely, while she ends up with the guy who seems to put in half the effort. You see, there is a fundamental misunderstanding that most men have about attraction. They believe it's a logical process. They think if they just check enough boxes, be nice, be complimentary, be available, that she will logically decide to like them. But attraction isn't a decision, it's a feeling. It's an emotional response, and you cannot reason someone into feeling something for you. Today, we're going to dismantle that old way of thinking. I'm going to explain a powerful psychological principle. It's something that men who effortlessly attract women understand, often without even realizing it. It's the art of making a woman chase you, not by being mean or playing manipulative games, but by strategically ignoring her. And once you understand how to do this correctly, you will never see the world of dating the same way again. Stay with me, because the dynamic you have with women is about to change forever. To understand why ignoring works, you first have to understand a basic law of human nature. We value what is scarce, and we dismiss what is overly abundant. Think about it. Why does a diamond cost more than a common stone? Why do people camp out overnight for a limited edition sneaker release? It's because their value is tied directly to their rarity. When something is always available, always there, we subconsciously assume it's less valuable. Now apply this principle to human interaction. When you are constantly available to a woman, constantly texting, calling, and seeking her attention, what are you signaling? You're signaling abundance. You're the common stone. Your time, your attention, your validation, they are all freely available, 24/7. There's no challenge. There's no mystery. There's no reason for her to invest any mental or emotional energy into thinking about you, because you're doing all the thinking for her. Attractive women, in particular, are bombarded with this kind of attention. Their inbox is a constant stream of, hey, you're beautiful, and what are you up to? It's a predictable pattern. It's noise. The man who breaks this pattern is the one who immediately stands out. He becomes a puzzle. By not giving her the constant validation she's used to, you create a void. And it is human nature to want to investigate a void. Her mind will start asking questions. Why didn't he text me back right away? Is he busy? Does he not like me as much as I thought? What's he up to? This process is called mental rumination. It is one of the most powerful forms of investment. When a woman is thinking about you when you're not there, she is investing her most precious resource, her mind space, into you. The more she thinks about you, trying to figure you out, the more valuable you become in her mind. You're no longer the common stone. You've become the diamond. This isn't a trick. It's a fundamental shift in perceived value. You aren't ignoring her to be cruel. You're simply ignoring the pattern she expects. And that's what makes her pay attention. Now, this is the part where most men get it wrong. Hearing the word ignore can conjure up images of being cold, arrogant, or playing hard to get in an obvious, childish way. This is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is productive ignoring. It's not about maliciously withholding attention. It's about demonstrating that your attention is a valuable resource because it's directed by your purpose, not by her validation. Let's break down how this looks in the real world. Think about your texting. Let's say you have a great interaction with a woman. The average guy's impulse is to immediately text her, to keep the momentum going, to make sure she doesn't forget him. He sends a text like, I had a really great time with you tonight. And then he waits. He checks his phone every 2 minutes. His anxiety rises. He has given away all his power. The man who understands productive ignoring does something different. He doesn't text her right away. Not because he's playing by some 3-day rule, but because when he gets home, he's actually doing something else. He's reading a book, working on his business, or unwinding from his day. His life doesn't stop the moment she's out of his sight. So maybe he texted the next morning, or even the next afternoon. The message isn't an anxious plea for validation. It's a confident statement. Something like, "Last night was fun. That restaurant you picked was a great call. Do you see the difference?" The timing and the tone communicate that he has his own life, his own priorities. It gives her the entire night to replay the date in her mind, to wonder if you had as good a time as she did, to anticipate your message. By the time you do text, she's already been investing in you. You must also learn to control the frequency of your communication. You are not her pen pal. There is no need for a running, all-day conversation about every little thing. Let there be gaps. Let there be silence. It's in the silence that attraction grows. Let her wonder what you're doing. Let her be the one to sometimes reinitiate the conversation. When you pull back, you create the space for her to move forward. This principle extends beyond your phone. Imagine you're at a social gathering and a woman you're interested in is there. The needy man will lock on to her like a target. He'll follow her around, hover near her conversations, and focus all of his energy on her. He puts himself in her orbit. The attractive man does the exact opposite. He walks in and becomes his own sun, creating his own gravitational pull. He'll see her, perhaps make eye contact, give a warm, genuine smile and a simple nod of acknowledgement, and then he'll turn away. He'll go talk to his friends. He'll laugh and engage with other people, both men and women. He's not ignoring her in a rude way. He's demonstrating that he is the center of his own universe. He is there to enjoy the party, not to gain her approval. From her perspective, this is incredibly powerful. She sees a man who is socially confident, who has value independent of her, and who isn't trying to impress her. This makes him the most impressive man in the room. Eventually, her curiosity will get the best of her. She'll wonder why you're the one guy not fawning over her. She might find a reason to walk over to your group or position herself so that you can talk to her. By focusing on your own enjoyment and your own social circle, you create a dynamic where she is drawn into your frame rather than you desperately trying to enter hers. Perhaps the most crucial aspect of this entire philosophy is not just pretending to be busy or pretending to have a life. It's about actually having one. Your life, your mission, your purpose. This should be your number one priority. A woman should be a wonderful, amazing addition to your life, but she should never be the center of it. When you have genuine passions, goals, and responsibilities, productive ignoring becomes natural. It's no longer a strategy. It's a reality. There will be times you genuinely cannot answer a text because you are focused on your work. There will be nights you cannot go on a date because you're committed to the gym, to a project, or to a hobby. Don't apologize for this. Don't say, "I'm so sorry, I'm really busy, but maybe another time." This sounds weak and supplicating. Instead, state your reality with calm confidence. "That sounds great, but the next couple of days are booked for me. How about we connect later in the week?" This is not an act of ignoring her. It's an act of respecting yourself. It sends the loudest possible signal that you are a man of value, a man on a path. And there is nothing more attractive to a feminine woman than a man with a strong masculine direction. She will respect your time more because you respect your own time first. By not being constantly available for her, you become a challenge, a prize to be won, and she will find herself working to fit into your schedule, to earn a place in the exciting life you're already living. Ultimately, everything we've talked about comes down to a profound inner shift. This is not about learning a set of lines or tactics. It's about changing your fundamental mindset. The reason productive ignoring works is because it's the natural behavior of a truly confident man, a man who isn't afraid of the outcome. Think about it. The man who is constantly seeking approval and validation from a woman is terrified of losing her. This fear is a poison that infects all of his actions, making him needy and weak. He plays not to lose, which is a guaranteed way to lose. The man who has cultivated an abundance mindset knows that his value doesn't come from any one woman's approval. He's not fixated on a single outcome. If one woman rejects him, it's okay, because he knows there are other opportunities. He sees the world as full of possibilities, not scarcity. This mindset of outcome independence is the source of all true confidence. When you're not afraid to lose her, you are free to be your authentic self. You are free to challenge her. to disagree with her, to walk away if your standards aren't being met. You stop seeking her approval because you already approve of yourself. This is the real secret. She feels what you feel. If you feel desperate, she will feel repulsed. If you feel centered, confident, and whole without her, she will feel an undeniable pull towards you. The ignoring is simply a symptom of a much deeper reality, that you have a life you love, and you are inviting her to join it, not asking for her permission to build one around her. So let's bring this all together. Making a girl chase you by ignoring her isn't about being a jerk or playing games. It's a deep psychological reframing of value. It's about breaking the predictable pattern of neediness, creating scarcity in your attention, and using silence and space to let her mind invest in you. And most importantly, it's about having a strong, purpose-driven life. A life so full that your attention naturally becomes a limited, and therefore precious, commodity. Start putting this into practice. Don't just watch this video, live it. That's the core philosophy here at Goodbye Mr. Nice. It's about leaving the weak, approval-seeking behaviors behind and stepping into your power. If you're ready to make that shift, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. We'll see you in the next video.